08717 223344. Tom's a Man United fan. He's up next. Hello, Thomas.
All right, Tom.
Tom. Hello, Tom.
How are you?
You don't know Tommy in it, do you?
No, I don't know what Tommy know. But,
or Rainbow? Or Tubbo?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I'm a Man United fan, like, for forever, like, and
Move straight on.
look, great start there yesterday, like, and that kind of thing. But I feel that we are helped now by the absence of Marcus Rashford at the moment because, like, his form dropped off alarmingly there at the end of last season, and like for some reason or other, like the manager didn't leave him out, but Southgate didn't make that mistake during the Euros. Like he just gave him a fleeting. Rashford's form, like, I don't know, he's become so. Look, he's a nice lad and all like that, but he's become such a media creature now as well, like that's involved in some great campaigns and all like that, but it just seems to have taken him over now. And you know, he was running into a lot of blind areas with the football. He was losing it continually, and I just feel that maybe this operation he's having now, and maybe a bit away from the scene, and maybe come back in 3 or 4 months, like, and develop into the superstar that we thought he was going to be a year or two ago. Like, you know, when he was reaching levels like, you know, he was getting near Ronaldo levels a couple of years ago, like, you know.
Well, do you know what? I'm inclined to agree with you, Tom. I don't think this layoff will do him any harm whatsoever. Sancho, the signing of him, kind of gives the squad that little bit of an extra body. It has been a very intense last 18 months for him, you know, both on the field and off the field. You know, his off-field exploits with what he's been doing, and maybe it did have an effect on his game. You know, he's still a young boy. He's achieved a huge amount, and I think that the rest won't do him any harm whatsoever, to be honest with you. And you know, maybe he comes back in 5-6 weeks' time a different player, so someone that's had that enforced rest. But you know, clearly it feels. I think you're right to mention. I think it may well do him the world of good. Yeah,
listen, there's no doubt how good a player he is.
Oh no, there's no doubt whatsoever. But he did look a bit stale towards the end of last season, and you know, he couldn't get himself in the side, and now he's got the shoulder injury. He had the operation. Yeah, it's an enforced break.
Yeah, interesting. Going back to what you were saying before about Greenwood just before the break. Ollie said he's come back. He looks like a man now.
Well, he's still young, but I know that. Sometimes you can have a summer off, and sometimes you can come back.
Scott McTominay, a prime example.
He grew about 8 foot, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He was I think he was about 5'6" when he left. Genuinely, and he shot up about 6 inches.
Yeah, it was enormous, wasn't it? Yeah. He's a monster.
Yeah, I won't go that far. A monster.
He's a big lad in the middle of the park.
A monster.
How big is he? He's about 6'3".
Do you know what I did?
6'2",
6'3", yeah. But what I did like about United. Sorry to be United heavy, but I did like the fact that we played two sort of holding midfielders, but that we didn't really play like that because McTominay was allowed to run forward, so it was only
getting behind.
Fred that was holding. Yeah, I did like that. GJ's a Spurs fan. He's up next. Hello, GJ.
All right, GJ.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Excellent. How are you, GJ? Do you know Tommy in it, Ran, Boo, or Tubbo?
I can't say I do.
Okay.
And I do go on YouTube quite a bit, but I've never heard of those guys.
All right. Okay. Well, I just thought I'd ask, GJ.
Yeah. Your question was about asking Spurs fans if we can win the league.
Yeah.
I think we will win a league. I think we're going to win the Europa Conference League.
Oh, okay. Right.
That mighty competition. But I was at the game yesterday, and it's great to be back, guys. It really is. Football's nothing without the fans. It was a brilliant performance by us. That's 4 times in a row now we've beaten Man City at the new stadium. They still haven't scored. But as that first caller said, we look more dynamic without Harry Kane. Obviously he's a great player. But speaking of Harry Kane, if he wants to leave, just hand in a transfer request. You know what you need to do. Otherwise, just stop it with all this, am I going, aren't I going, or I'm not happy. And I think genuinely, most Spurs fans now, and I feel like this, we're not bothered whether he stays or goes.
Oh, you are bothered, GJ. You want him to stay?
No, I don't. No, if he wants to go, go. Seriously.
You are bothered, though. You've got one of the best number 9s in the world. You don't want him to leave.
Do you know what, mate? Seriously, if you look at Heung-Min Son, his love of Tottenham is showing up Harry Kane badly.
I think you're being a bit harsh on Harry Kane, GJ.
No, just hear me out this way. So Heung-Min Son, he's just signed a new contract, right? He loves it at Spurs. You can say, he loves winning no trophies, fair enough. But for whatever reason, he genuinely loves being at Spurs.
GJ, let me tell you. If an offer comes in for him and it's big enough, he'll go.
Well, put it this way. He's just come out today and says, I love it at Spurs.
Doesn't matter, GJ. Doesn't matter. Jack Grealish loved it at Villa. I'm telling you, if an offer comes in big enough, I've had this discussion just about with every footballer at every club, right? And every fan. Every single player will go if a big enough offer comes in. No matter what they say about the club.
Well, he's just come out today and said, I would stay for another 10 years or more. And he's 29, right? And he's won nothing at Spurs. So even I'm thinking, why would you want to stay
But GJ, if an offer comes in tomorrow for Son, and it's a good amount of money, and it's at a bigger club, he'll want to go.
I don't think he will.
Okay, PSG wants him for £150 million, right? Do you think he might consider it? Or do you think he'll go, nah, I love it at Spurs?
I want to be here for another 10.
I don't want to play with Messi. I want to play with...
I honestly think, and this is not me trying to be biased about Tottenham at all or anything like that, because if I was Heung-Min Son, I would want to go, because he didn't.
GJ, I've said it a million times before, right? Apart from Matt Letizia, no great player stays at an average club.
No great player stays at... I mean, all I'm saying is, if you look at Heung-Min Son, he's such a nice guy, he's such a good egg. I just think he's...
So was Harry Kane up until this transfer window.
Well, yeah. Well, you say that, but Harry Kane, for several seasons, I mean, there's footage of him saying about 3 seasons ago, he goes, I want to win major trophies, and he goes, if I don't win it with Spurs, and I'm looking to win it elsewhere. He said that 3 seasons ago.
GJ, do you think Son might have been happy at Leverkusen once before he went to Spurs?
Obviously not that happy. I think he probably would have wanted to play in the Premier League.
I guarantee he'd have said it once sometime.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm really happy at Leverkusen. It's fab.
It.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And
Come on, G. Don't be blinkered. Every single footballer on the planet will move to a bigger club if a better offer comes in. You know that. We've seen it with Jack Grealish.
So why is no? So tell me, why is no big club going in for Son then? Because we all know he's a world-class player. I'm sure we agree on that.
I don't know whether he's world-class, but he's very, very effective. He's very, very good. I am a fan of Son, and I think there's a number of clubs that may well have looked at him. But there's sometimes a reason why clubs don't come in for certain players. And he's at a big club in Spurs. Maybe that's the biggest thing you can get right now.
But every player will leave if a big offer comes in.
If the offer's big enough, you'll take it.
Keep the calls coming in 08717 I'm slightly worried we've not heard from any Arsenal fans. Are they slightly nervous about speaking to us?
I think they should be, yeah. Where's Khalid?
I don't know where Khalid is.
Can we phone Khalid up?
I don't know.
And get the right Khalid.
Can we get the right Khalid?
Not the
right... where's Clobby? I'd like to hear from Clobby.
Clobby wasn't... Do you know what, mate? He phoned up last week. He had a right pop at Jamie. Had a right pop. He wasn't happy with O'Hara one little bit.
He needs to speak to me.
Oh, I don't think he'd be happy you either.
Oh, no, he'll be fine. He's team one.
Yeah, maybe.
08717223344. Have I got time for one more? Looking at Rufus. I don't know why I'm looking at him. I make my own decisions on this show. Jackie's up next. Hello, Jackie.
Oh, Andy, I'm so glad you're back.
Oh, thanks,
I'm really
Jack.
glad. I really missed you,
Oh, I missed you as well, Jackie. How very kind of you.
Thank you very much. Are you, Jay? Okay.
All right, Jax.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed with the performance. I did go down to the game yesterday, and the atmosphere was superb. It was just great to be back in stadium again after 18 months. See all my friends and everyone. It was just brilliant. But City just didn't. I thought the first half weren't that bad, but I'm worried about this striker situation. I'm really, really getting worried about it. If we don't get Harry Kane, I think we're really, really going to struggle. I really, really do.
Jackie, your manager spent £1 billion there or thereabouts. Why are you going to struggle if you can't get a striker? What's happened?
Because we can't play Andy with a false number 9. It was all right doing it last season, but this season, teams are sussing us out. I mean, come on. We didn't score against Chelsea. We didn't score against Leicester.
Jackie, I don't. You look at... OK, let's take 2 of your 4 defenders, right, in Nathan Ake and Benjamin Mendy.
Oh, don't go right with them two. Right. My God, alive.
Right. You spent nearly £500 million on your defence, and half of it's still not right.
I know. I don't know, Andy. I just don't know what's going on. I mean, I said it on Darren's boot room last night. What I can't weigh up, he had John Stones and Kyle Walker on the bench. Right? If they're fit enough to go on the bench, they're fit enough to start. Start them, and then if they're tired, take them off. But Mendy is just a total waste of time. He's a liability, and I want him out. I just don't want him at this club anymore. And Nathan Ake is no better.
Yeah, that left-hand side looked weak, didn't it, on the team sheet? And if you are going to get a City, that felt like that may, and that's where eventually the goal come from.
Serious question: are there any question marks over Pep? He's meant to be the greatest manager to ever walk the planet.
I think there are always question marks about certain managers about what they could have achieved and should achieve, but I don't think so yet. I mean, look, he's won, was it 3 out of the last 4 Premier Leagues?
I know that. But he's spending copious amounts of money.
Well, he is, and he's still
not got it right.
Well, he got it right last season, didn't he? Won the title last season.
He did get it right. You are right.
His record right now. Look, he will be judged by the time he leaves Man City. It will be a success
if he wins the Champions League.
Well, it's a tough one to win, mate. It's a tough.
No, of course it is. But if he doesn't, he was brought in to win that because the managers before him won the league.
Yeah, that's why they bought it. That's why. Well, if they bring in Kane, that tells me exactly what they're after.
Yeah.
It's not just the Premier. They do want that. You're right.
Keep your calls coming in 08717 722 333. I can tell you, Rhiannon Evans is 2-1 up, first to 3 against former partner Mark Allen. She has a 48-point lead, or what is it, 46 now, 45. But Mark Allen's at the table, 4 reds left. It's going to be close. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy, in partnership with Bet365.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.